The lighting is, oh my gosh. So I'm live. Hello, everyone. My name is Kimberly, also known as Miss Kim. I am shooting my first live video, and let me tell you, I am terrified. But I'm here, and I just, decided to step out on faith and let it do what it do. I'm in the beauty business. I'm just going to start talking until something fabulous happens, like someone actually logs on and wants to know why I'm here. But until then, I'm in the beauty business, and I've been doing that for, I've lost count. It's been about 30 plus years. And currently, I have a training center located in Oxon Hill, Maryland. And I'm learning how to utilize all of the modern technology that is at hand so that I can be more proficient, more efficient, and, step this thing up a little bit. And, I see people going live all the time, and I just don't get it. But I'm here. So what do? You just wait. What do? They say, okay, I'm waiting for someone to join me. As you can see, I am a fan of So I'm going to talk a little bit about cosmetology, the business. Oh man, and the day or in this time with COVID, I wonder if everyone is really working the way that we should, which is proactive. And I think this is just an assumption that because of the way that the world is right now and all of the safety precautions that we currently have to take, that some major changes are going to come in the cosmetology and the beauty industry, beauty, barbering, esthetician, nails, so on and so forth, to keep us protected. I want to talk about that textbook for a minute, which is ever changing. And I can remember when I was a student, my textbook, I think, was a light blue color, if I remember. And I think after that, there may have been I forget what the other colors of the books were. I know that the one that we're using right now is a black text, but in my mind, I just think that all of that is going to change. And, I just come out here as an advocate for cosmetologists to let them know, cosmetologists and barbers, that let them know that, you have to stay up on the game. You have to stay up on these changes because you never know what could happen today or tomorrow in this industry. For instance, let's look at Maryland versus DC. I live in the state of Maryland, and just across the border line, state line, Washington, D.C. requires that cosmetologists could do continuing education, mandatory. The same thing with Maryland, except for in Maryland, they really haven't mandated to make it permanent yet, but in actuality, it is. And no one wants to join me. I'm just sitting here talking to myself. Well, it's a good thing I really like to talk. Otherwise, I'd kind of be out in the blue a little bit. Blue? Okay. So what I was saying was I predict, this is an assumption, that we're going to have some heavy changes so that we can kind of be in the same situation as DC. Continuing education classes, we need those. We have to stay abreast of the changes that are currently happening. And for safety and sanitation reasons, we have to make sure that we're protecting ourselves, we're protecting our clients, and that, we don't want to cause anybody any harm. Just like having a driver's license. Speaking of license, can we talk about unlicensed practitioners just for a moment? Would anybody like to talk about that? I would. So not having a license and practicing cosmetology is like driving a car without a license. It's like driving a car without a license and not having any insurance. Operating without a license in the state of Maryland, or any state for that matter, it's against the law. But yet so many people are doing it. So as a consumer, for me, for instance, if I'm going to go get a service done, I want to make sure that that person that I'm receiving the service from has a valid license, and that there's nothing, on the, just like we check, okay, just like we check reviews. You check Yelp, I'm about to say Yelp. You check Yelp, you go on, you Google people, you want to see their validity, but as well as checking Yelp, and as well as checking Google, you still have to check to see if they have a valid license to operate. We see stories and movies about it all the time, and all these things are happening, and then you find out that that person didn't even have a license. So it's okay to check, look them up. You're spending your money, you're spending your time and your energy. You want to make sure that that person is valid. So excuse me for 1 second while I wait for someone, just one person to join me. Okay. I hope I can edit this later because this is kind of crazy. Okay. I'm returning a text message. So, oh, I will be able to edit. I'm so glad I can edit this later, because what I'll probably do is just delete this whole video and start over again, because nobody wants to talk to me right now. But I'm going to keep trying, because where there's a will, there's a way. I'll be back.